Okay, to begin with, I have two words for you. The mask.
That's correct, Wendy. We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
Yours truly cost me $10 at Target. I'm not going to wear it though. It's a little bright for my taste. Spider-Man Homecoming. Dorothy had it right. There's no place like home. The story takes place during the aftermath of the battle between the Avengers and Chitauri. We follow Peter Parker. He wants to be an Avenger. Bad. Tony Stark has him at arm's length. Peter attempts to prove he's not just a kid when Vulture starts wreaking havoc. Peter must balance everyday life with what he wishes was everyday life. With great power comes great responsibility. The spider symbol represents that philosophy. Thus far, 3 directors and 3 actors have taken on that responsibility. The greatest challenge is finding an actor who, in their own life, represents the meaning of the symbol. Casting the director requires finding a vision that understands what that philosophy looks like in action. You're looking for the appropriate storytelling spirit. It's also a popularity contest to a point. What director will get people in those $20 seats? From 2002 to 2007, Sam Raimi did so by providing his horror spirit. From 2012 to 2014, Mark Webb did so by providing his romantic spirit. Today, John Watts has done so by providing a coming-of-age spirit. The first time we see Peter change into the suit, there's a different attitude on display. It's like his version of running home to watch his favorite show. That one thing he can't wait to do once he is free of school. It's like a release. His authentic self comes out, albeit from behind a mask. It brought to mind the end of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man shares a moment with a young boy he's inspired. I see Tom Holland as that boy grown up. His behavior shows us that he is naive. He's got a romantic idea of what being a hero means. That inspires me to view Homecoming as a symbol that the powers in charge have learned how to make Spider-Man a fun character who can be taken seriously. You can thank yours truly. Our storytellers approached Spider-Man as though John Hughes was directing. All the other films have shown Peter being a hero and an adult with ordinary responsibilities. A few things have changed. His motivation for fighting crime is no longer in honor of Uncle Ben. He wants to impress Tony Stark. This Peter wants Spider-Man to be a career, not just a hobby. What is the going rate for a Spider-Man? It's a pretty exclusive title. Whatever it is, medical is a must. Spider-Man is infamous for being involved in very, very dangerous activities. Homecoming is no exception. I personally still think that this is the best Spidey action scene. The end of that scene has a key line.
He's just a kid.
Homecoming shows Peter mature beyond just a kid. He transforms during an emotional freakout. He's trapped and panics. For the first time, really, I felt like I actually saw Peter Parker become Spider-Man. I shed one tear at the end of that scene, and it was earned. I think we the fans have absolutely earned the quality Homecoming offers. The last 3 attempts offered ideas that were either bad choices or they were half-baked. A common happening is ideas that do not get fleshed out. Scenes that were cut from the final film offer what could have been. Homecoming proves that the producers have gotten a lot better at being, shall we say, selective. One villain works just fine. Ambition is wonderful. So is keeping things simple. Michael Keaton is anything but simple. As Vulture, he's no longer the hero we love. But he still knows how to intimidate. Like the Green Goblin, he spends a lot of time in the air. But Oscorp is out of the picture. Translation: those dull boardroom scenes are history. I especially enjoyed no apologies being made for prior movies. Homecoming channels positive energy into bringing out everything great about Spider-Man, A superhero with grit, forever imperfect, but every action inspires a step forward in personal improvement. We'd love our heroes to be perfect, but they need lessons too. That's what makes them relatable. I personally relate to Peter's ambition, his hunger. In Civil War, he's introduced as an independent superhero. Tony Stark gives him an audition to prove his worth. The experience is like a drug, and Peter wants in on the Avengers afterward. Tony Stark basically says, "Nice job, but you are a kid." Peter then desperately tries to find a way, any way, to show he is ready for the big leagues. 'Cause, let's face it, he has seen too much to not want more. And would you believe it, after 6 movies and 3 reboots, I want more. Our lead is passionate and authentic, and the writers are telling a fresh story. The kind that shows the producers are beyond having to prove that Spider-Man does work in a live-action setting. He's younger, more vulnerable. His worries don't include an elderly Aunt May or paying rent to a Russian landlord. Having Spider-Man be of that age does speak to an important demographic. And yet, the young kids are the ones who are shown really responding to Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield himself has spoken to that respect.
I was like, it's like, there's millions and millions of young people watching who are hungry for a hand here.
We as a culture are aware that Spider-Man speaks to a wide range of ages. We should therefore not overlook the age of the character. That informs how they approach and react to every single action as a hero. Through courage or fear, age affects everything. This goes triple for relationships. Peter's in high school. He stares. Talking is an option, but as we're all aware, staring takes less effort. Raimi gave us MJ. Webb gave us Gwen. Say hello to Liz. Both she and Ned are fresh faces. I'm glad to have them. Because honestly, after Spider-Man 3, I was emotionally done with Harry and Mary Jane. And after The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I was emotionally done with Gwen. Props for moving on, Marvel. The filmmakers must be done emotionally with old Aunt May. They made her even younger. Aunt May is attractive. Well, it could be worse. I have one note for possible improvement. Right before his transformation, I was baffled that Peter survived being buried under rubble. I believe in miracles. I really do. But that was a lot of concrete. A lot of dough has been spent on Spider-Man over the past 15 years. That is a display of faith in character. Marvel has a record of doing that with Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. It's inspiring. Therefore, keep going. Thank you for being awesome and watching. Batman out.